Nothing better than a blowout win against a team you're supposed to blow out. I won't lie, I was a little concerned in the first half that we were going to see the Bulls play down to their competition, as we've come a little accustomed to see as Bulls fans in these last few seasons. But the Bulls came out strong in the second half and had yet again another monstrous third quarter. They still remain to be one of the top 5 teams in the league in terms of points scored in the third, while last season the Bulls were one of the worst teams in that quarter. So what's going on, everyone? You're listening to Bull Central here. Hope you're all doing well. First off, guys, yet again we did not have another winner for the giveaway for tonight's score prediction. Again, we had a few people that were really close. I thought for sure we would have a winner this go around because it was a pretty basic score, 120 to 100, and I figured most people would think we would blow this team out, but no dice this time around. I think the guy that won this the very first go around just got incredibly lucky, because this is the fourth time that we've had this and still no winner. I'll just have this be a weekly thing, so we're not just always having the score predictions for every game. I don't want you guys to get bored of it, so stay tuned for the next score prediction giveaway on that one. So guys, I know most fans are going to say, come on, the Bulls were supposed to win this game given how shorthanded the Rockets were tonight. They didn't have Christian Wood, no Victor Oladipo, and DeMarcus Cousins, who I still don't even know how he's even on this roster since he technically has been released, but either way, he was out of the lineup as well. So this was a game the Bulls had to win with no excuses. But what I liked from this game is the fact that the Bulls came out strong to start it. I believe they opened it up starting 23-9. And then they got a little sloppy, weren't shooting the ball well and turning it over, and the Rockets came back and actually took the lead for a stretch in the second quarter. And even going into halftime, it looked like the Rockets were going to give us a run for our money. But the Bulls did not shy away. They didn't play down to their competition. They came out on fire in the third, a 46-point quarter. They outscored the Rockets 46-26. I know I've said this before, but what I like seeing from this is because it's happened consistently now in the Bulls coming out strong in the second half. It's the fact that so often, even in the seasons where we had Jimmy Butler, where they were coached by Hoiberg, we saw the Bulls completely falling apart in the third quarter and letting bad teams get the best of them. And initially when we saw this a couple times this season, and it's good to see if you're a Bulls fan, but more recently we've been seeing it consistently happening every game where the Bulls come out strong in the second half. Now I'd like to see the Bulls not falter against bad teams in the second quarter, but we'll take it one step at a time. By the way, guys, I made a mistake of uploading a video about an hour before the game. It was a video based on all of your guys' comments and suggestions on players the Bulls should be pursuing in a trade, and I ranked 6 players we hear most commonly in trade rumors for the Bulls, ranking them from worst options for the Bulls to the best. So feel free to check that out in case you missed it. I should have waited to upload it to tomorrow, given everyone is focused on the game when it's on, as they should be. Anyway, I'll leave a link to that video in the description, as well as up right here in the corner. As for this game though, I mean, what else can we say other than the fact that the Bulls took care of business? They played great defense. I feel more and more we're seeing an increased defensive effort from this team, which is great because the offense is there from these guys. But in order to win games consistently, you have to put equal effort on the other end, even if defense isn't your area of expertise, which it's not for a lot of these guys. The Bulls shot the 3-ball well, mainly in the second half. They absolutely controlled the tempo, shooting 42% from 3, 54% from the field. You know, what was really a standout was how well the Bulls rebounded the ball. 55 rebounds in total, 13 rebounds from Wendell, and Coby White had 10. An underrated rebounder for his size. Like I said, he got himself 10 rebounds for a double-double on the night. And better yet, the Bulls took care of the basketball. Well, it was good for them. Maybe not for most teams, but only 11 turnovers for the whole game compared to the Bulls, what we've seen in some games in the past where we've seen them turn the ball over double the amount of that. So many positives from this game, really. Patrick Williams had himself a nice game, 14 points on 6 for 8 shooting, 7 rebounds. He's been rebounding the ball a lot better, which is great to see, and he played some solid defense tonight as well. Wendell had himself a great night on both ends of the floor. He was really all over the place, scoring 18 to go along with 13 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. Good to see him picking up right where he left off, getting injured and not missing a beat. Coby White, always good for him, in his confidence and having another great game. He did have quite a scare there when he had that, bad fall and he had to go off the court and back into the locker room, but he appears to be okay as he was able to come back into the game and record himself another double-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, very efficient on the court, 10 for 16 shooting, 4 for 7 from 3, and 0 turnovers for him. I would love to see him get more assists, only 2, but again, more reason why I feel Coby is so much more effective as an off-ball guard. And I think Donovan is starting to notice that as well, as you're seeing him experimenting, playing Coby more off the ball. Lavine, lower scoring for him tonight, but we didn't really need it as other guys stepped up and played well. 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Shot 50% from the field. Another great game for him. And again, my man Thaddeus Young. I made a dedicated video about Thaddeus that I uploaded earlier this morning. Feel free to check that out, as those type of videos tend to not do as well. They don't get as much traffic on topics such as like Lavine, Coby White, and Patrick Williams. They don't do as better on YouTube. So give Thad some love. He's been great. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 for 9 shooting. The guy has just been so solid for us off the bench. I truly believe now he has a shot at winning the 6th Man of the Year award if he continues this kind of play. Overall, it was a great game. Granted, it was kind of one of those, Bulls better win this game type of thing given the competition they were facing. It would have been a very, very bad loss if they fell against the Rockets in this game when the majority of the guys on the roster are essentially G League players. But the Bulls got the job done. 2 straight wins. They're now 14-16, now only a half game back behind the 8-seeded Hornets. Bulls will be taking on the Timberwolves on Wednesday. Again, another team that is struggling. They just fired their coach. So hopefully the Bulls can make it 3 straight wins and get a little closer into playoff contention. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan and you like daily Bulls content. Go check out my uploads from earlier today. If you missed it, I'll leave it linked in the description. Thanks again, as always, guys, for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.